Vindys from
Hey.
Youngstown. Hey. Jackie Popovic, Rick Deeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks
man.
for having us.
We were goofing around saying Rick Dees. No
Rick
disco
Dees.
duck
I
here.
got it,
No,
yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
throwback and old school. And this is so great. You guys are here early.
Yes.
And, I like to torture musicians because I know, you got late gigs. And I'm the early person here. So, I'm tortured too because I like to stay up all night. And I'm Ravenna Maselli on oWOW. We are speaking with Jackie Popovic and Rick Deeks from the Youngstown band, the Vindys. Who lives in Youngstown? You both do?
We both do, yeah. We're both from the area.
Okay. I was just in Youngstown. I saw the John Mellencamp exhibit at the Butler.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh,
Were you there
yeah.
for the opening?
It
Yeah.
was great. No, I wasn't there for the
Okay.
opening, but
Yeah. He has some great art.
yes, he does. So this is exciting. But tell us a little bit about the band. I know you performed for us at our oWOW summer concert series at the Music Box, the Happy Hour concert.
Really fun,
And
too.
you did a great job. But that was Stavros. Steve Pappas was your host. Now, a little bit more about the band. When did you get together and all that kind of stuff?
So the band came together probably late 2014. We started doing, just like side gigs for, extra money, doing covers, 3-4 hours. I mean, every weekend we would, just get out there and just make some extra money. But people were starting to ask us, like, you guys have any originals? And I had some, but I would have never, like, in my wildest dreams thought, like, I would be, actually playing them in front of people. Yeah, I thought it was like something that I would just do at home and no one would hear them. And we started like playing the songs. The guys were digging them and putting really neat arrangements to them. So people started liking them.
So,
So we-
2014, the EP came out.
Yeah.
Oh.
In 2014, the
Okay.
Red Wine EP came out. And at that point, the band was sort of a different incarnation. You and John were, the founding members at that point.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of the musicians in and around
Okay,
Youngstown.
John
really
Anthony, you mean?
Yeah, John Anthony,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
He was our guitarist and really talented musicians in the area that we've all like swapped in and out of each other's bands. And I feel like finally we've come to like the band, the Vindys, like within just, the last few years really. So so it's me, Rick Deek, John Anthony, Ed Davis on drums, and Scott Boyer on bass.
Aha. And you also have, that's your main band, but you also have some brass, some horns.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Who are those guys? And when do they show up?
Well, we call them the Youngstown Horn Section.
I like
because
it. The Youngstown Horn Section.
They probably
right.
play for, every band in town too. They're all over the place.
Wow. Session musicians.
Yeah, both recording and live. And several bands in town.
That's
So-
pretty cool. Well, I'm glad you're the Vindys. Tell everybody, I know where you got the name, but how'd you get the name, the Vindys?
Well, of course, we had to take from our, something local around town. In Youngstown, we have our newspaper called The Vindicator.
Wow.
And,
You've actually read that, huh?
Yeah.
Millennials reading. Yeah, right.
Well, they really appreciated
I'll
it too.
bet.
They were really excited. So they actually put out an article on the bands, right when we, got together and called us ourselves the Vindys.
That was very clever.
And
Did it just come to you?
yeah, well, I know that I wanted to pull something of the Youngstown,
Mojo.
thing. Yeah, the mojo.
The
of it. So-
locality.
yeah, so
That's so cool.
the Vindys just sounded like something cool for a band name.
It's
Oh,
been
good
working
for you.
out.
It's tough for bands, and Rick, you know this. You've been in other bands.
Mm-hmm.
This is your first band, Jackie?
Come on,
No.
tell us the name of your first band. This is cool. You can all have
Well,
to.
my first band, I started playing out in places when I was like 13, in like bars and restaurants.
Mhm.
And my first band was called Impact.
Ah.
And it was like pop rock, like kind of
Okay.
stuff, like
You
kind
gotta
of
start
punk
somewhere.
as well.
All right.
Yeah. And so I played it in and around town all the time. But this is like.
And you graduated
this
to
is
the
my
Vindys. This is your main
Yeah,
band.
it's
You want to take this band to the next level,
Yeah.
nationally, internationally, and I'll tell you, we're very impressed with you guys. You guys have the chops. So before we chit chat some more, How about playing something?
Yeah, let's. I know you guys play "Wrong with Me." How about that?
Wrong with Me. Okay, what album is that from?
That is from Keep Going, and that was released in 2017.
That's what I wanted to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah.
Okay, great. This is a great song. The Vindys.
Okay.
It's Rick and Jackie on oWOW. And we're Instagramming live, we're recording here, so this is exciting. Everybody's hearing the Vindys on oWOWnow.com, locally and around the world. So what kind of guitars do you guys have, and do you have deals with anybody?
Do we have deals? No, you know, I've had this Martin for quite some time,
Nice looking
CRS1.
Hang on to that. Steve Pappas may want to grab that.
Really? Yeah, I'll make sure, yeah. And it's, I mean, it's not an expensive one, but it's, I like it. It sounds great.
It
Nice
does
and
sound
even.
good.
And you've had your guitar for a while, right?
Yeah, just like my cars, you know, like I just keep them around.
That's a cool
this
looking
breed-
body on the guitar.
This breed love's been with me, I don't know, 7 years now, and it's like, you know, starting to show some wear and tear, of course.
Love. It
but
has a lot of love.
a lot of love.
Yeah, you
a lot of
guys
songs
need to-
written on it.
You
so.
need deals with strings.
I was just
and
gonna say,
yeah.
we do need some, actually, you know,
Yes.
we've talked to SIT, and Earthquaker Pedals, so John and I,
Okay, good.
we have an arrangement with
Got to get
them,
some extra
so-
bucks in here.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard
Yeah,
being a musician these days, and you know, especially with the way the industry is, the music industry, and record labels, and how people are listening on so many platforms,
Mhm.
and it's really hard to get noticed. But you work the social media platforms really well. So.
Yeah, I mean, we can't do it just one person alone. It takes, you know, all of us to like really remind each other and have like, you know, scheduled things, scheduled posts, and
Same
Mhm.
here.
yeah.
yeah, and the one thing that, you know, we're consistent about is doing our Whiskey Wednesday show
Yeah, I love
on,
that.
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
And that was an idea that Jackie came up with one day. And the
Because we
re-
needed like a day to meet and talk about
And
But
have
it's
a little
become-
whiskey.
Yeah,
and
and a
drink
little whiskey, but it's
whiskey.
become an in-office day where we take care of business and we go on social media and play some music, talk about things that are important to us. So
stuff in the community as well, like you know, businesses, and we'll like cross promote events happening in the area.
Yeah,
and
that's
whatnot,
very
too.
smart, very
Yeah.
savvy. Do any of you have marketing backgrounds, or it just comes naturally?
I mean, we do read a lot of articles and watch a lot of videos on
Once
stuff.
again, she said reading, which is
Yeah.
really great. I think that's wonderful.
I mean, but
Yeah.
like I said, I mean, if it was just me, I completely wouldn't be on social media.
I know, I hear you.
I mean, like some days I'm like binging on it, and then I'll put it down for like 2 weeks. So
And do you put your music out on YouTube? Is that
Yeah, so
the
you'll-
best vehicle for you?
you
And
know
radio
what?
like this?
All of it is super important to
Mm-hmm.
us. I mean, talk about YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all the rest of it.
Our competitors? Yeah, no, I get it.
No,
Yeah.
radio. I mean, radio has been so good to us as well. Like, it's still like the number one platform.
Your infants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, so you got the social media thing down, and it's important to play out. And who books your gigs? Because
Oh, we're doing everything.
yeah, we do.
doing everything.
Yeah, we
so
do
are
everything.
you looking for representation, management-wise, or who's the manager?
Well, you know, we call her Mama Vindy.
Mama
for the
Vindy
yeah,
is-
yeah, Leslie.
Okay.
Is Leslie, and that
I
is
know
our
Leslie.
drummer's wife.
Okay.
And she does a lot of our, you know, photography, video, and marketing as well.
So she keeps it all together. And,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's-
good. It's all in the family.
Yeah.
Mhm,
But you
yeah.
are looking for national representation.
I mean,
somebody
that would be
came
nice.
along-
Yeah.
Somebody came
Yeah.
along and had something to offer, absolutely.
Like they did for our friends Welshly Arms, and they're doing
Absolutely.
Yeah.
very well now. And,
Yeah.
and it takes a while, but they're constantly gigging. And you put yourself out there, and how many gigs would you say you do a week?
You know what? We're probably looking right now. It just depends. Summer times are really great for us, but this fall has been pretty packed. We're
Yeah.
probably doing one really big show a week.
Great.
Yeah. Sort of the
and-
idea is not to saturate a market, but like something like Youngstown, we play once a quarter, and we've been spreading out between Akron, Cleveland, Columbus. We're playing Columbus this weekend coming up,
Oh, good for you. So
Um,
Northeast Ohio.
in Pittsburgh, and then we're going out to
Yeah.
New York City
I saw
in
that.
November. So
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Where's that? The Rosewood you're playing in New York?
Yeah, the Rockwood
The
Music
Rockwood.
Hall. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, tons of great bands that have come through there, and we got invited back, so we're really excited about
Oh,
that.
well, that's important. So you must be doing something right. You got invited back.
Yeah.
What else are you going to play? Play something else.
Okay. How about do you want to do?
We're doing it on
Jason?
the fly, everybody on oWOW. I'm
Sure.
Ravenna. That's Jackie Popovic from the Vindys and Vindys.
Yeah, right?
1, 2.
everybody. And your vocal range is so broad. It kind of blows me away because this is such a big compliment. None of the songs sound alike. You're
Yeah.
different on every song, and I really like that, and that's very hard to do. Are you the leader of the band? Are you the band leader de facto, Jackie?
Oh yeah.
You know how good that makes me
Although
feel.
John Anthony might say otherwise.
All right. Well, you have some depth, and it's just amazing. Did you fall out of bed one day and start singing, or have you had vocal training?
Well, there's this story going around that my mom used to keep me busy by challenging me to like singing like Whitney Houston and like really big singers like Aerosmith and everything on
Aerosmith?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
any huge voice out there like she would challenge me. She bought like all these like standard like karaoke things that I would just like honestly all summer long I was not outside playing, like I was just
Really?
yeah, I didn't have a lot of like neighborhood kids, so I was inside all the time.
So you're a natural talent, but you developed it yourself.
Well, yeah, I mean, I started by like trying to like emulate all these really great vocalists, and like I feel like maybe in the last like 4 or 5 years I've been really kind of honing in on my own thing. And the songs, while they're very broad, it kind of also one, it definitely fits together with having the Vindys arrange stuff for me. Because I bring the songs, and it's like depending on the mood. Like if I'm writing country or if I'm writing rock or like a jazz tune, it just like really just depends.
And a bluesy sound to it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
You got it all going on.
Well, I like the story that you tell that because your parents listened to what was on the radio.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I'm a
But
radio
then-
kid. Like
But then she hears Billie Holiday. She's like,
I was well, yeah. Billy. Well, it started with Etta James. Like for me,
I love
like
her.
I mean, online, like of course, like during the day, like going online and finding all these artists that I had not even heard of before. I was pissed.
didn't you see me touch your parents for a year because you didn't turn me on to Etta James or Billie Holiday?
Let's just say she's under 30, everybody. So yeah, why would you
Sitting
hear?
out since the summertime. I was just very apprehensive about releasing it as a single or putting it on the next album. So I think that we're really excited about it, and we got a lot of good feedback on it, and so we're like, okay, let's just do it. So I'm glad that it's finally out. I was nervous, and it's been getting a lot of attention, so I'm excited.
Yeah, well, good. I'm really glad. And it's something you wrote. You write all the music.
Yeah, and a lot more now Rick and I have been writing as well. So, I mean, coming together with him, knowing a lot on guitar, and then me being allowed to do melodies very easily over that is been helpful and very creative. But the Keep Going album that was out last year, that's all my songwriting. I'm way more comfortable with the guys now to like share my process with them. So I'll come to them, write like this little part, and like they can, will tell me like, oh, this is really cool, like maybe you should do this or that. So I'm opening myself up now to the guys more.
How does she take direction?
I'm pretty stubborn though.
She's stubborn, but I think at the end of the day, like, you sit on it overnight, and then you sort of come together the next day, and it's like, oh, okay, I see, where you're going with this, or vice versa.
She's ruminating.
So-
in her
I
own
am
process.
still pretty stubborn about it. Like I'm the end all like on any like songwriting,
Taurus or Scorpio?
I'm like what's after Libra?
Virgo. Oh, no, Scorpio. Scorpio.
So yeah, my birthday is coming up.
Okay.
So it's like a cusp between Libra and Scorpio,
Don't
which is
mess
probably
with
a
Jackie.
really bad combination.
I know nothing about it. I just thought I'd ask for the heck of it, but because you kept saying you're stubborn. But
Yeah.
you're a woman. Who knows what she wants?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
We can finally demand what we want, which
Exactly.
is really good, and I love that. So the new single, "Want Your Heart."
Yeah.
I know Steve's going to play it this afternoon. I did not play it today because I had you guys coming on, and I'm thinking we'll leave that for another time.
Okay,
When you guys
yeah,
come with maybe a couple
absolutely.
more band members. But can you take us out with a song of your choice? This is
Yeah.
the Vindys, everybody,
Yeah.
from
Dude.
Youngstown, Ohio.
Thank you so
Showcased
Thank
on
you.
oWOW.com around the world. Thank you guys. You're great.
much. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
What
All
song?
right, let's do red wine.
All right. Love that song.
1, 2, 3.
When he asked me, boy, I said no. Didn't know that I missed him so. We moved to the city, and I was to blame. So I moved to the bottom, drinking away red wine. Kill me through the night. When we said goodbye to who we thought we knew it so right. 'Cause I got my red wine. Oh, red wine. The night before he left, well, laid in bed, and he kissed me on my lips. They were saying, "Oh, red wine, red wine."
You guys crushed it. Awesome.
Thank
Red
you.
wine. I'm thirsty now. How about Merlot Monday?
There you go.
I do a little tequila Friday thing just because I like tequila, but hey, what the heck. And Whiskey Wednesday, I like it. I love your style.
Thank
Your
you. Thank you so
vocals
much.
are
Thank
just
you.
off the
You
charts.
guys have been so good to us too.
This is wonderful.
Playing our
Well, we're
stuff.
super
Thank you.
psyched. So Red Wine, the Vindys, and we'll be playing more. We're playing just about everything you have. So we're going to take you out with John Mellencamp. Thank you so much for coming to
Thank
the
you.
oWOW Studios.
Thank you for having
78th
us.
Street, west side of Cleveland. Pretty sweet building, doesn't it?
This is a great place.
It's
an
This
awesome
is, yeah.
building.
We're inspired every day. But thank you, Vindys.
Thank
You're
you.
going places.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And since I was at the Butler with Mellencamp, here he is.
Yeah.
And oh wow, Cleveland.